Good morning and thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara. We're going to start with breaking news this morning and a disturbing story out of East Tennessee.
Good morning. I'm Whitney Turner in the WVLT newsroom. Two people are charged in the death of a 2-month-old baby this morning. This happened in Jefferson County. Officials say they responded to a home on the report of a baby not breathing there. Investigators say that first responders tried CPR before EMS arrived. The 2-month-old was taken to the hospital where he died. It's unclear if these two are the baby's parents. We are working to find out more. Nick Lay and Chelsea Marsh are charged with child neglect and abuse, as well as drug charges. Right now, forensic experts are doing an autopsy. Officials say more charges could come in after those autopsy results are in. Well, hiking every trail in the Smoky Mountains can take years, but two East Tennesseans have managed the feat all before high school. 10-year-old Elizabeth Stewart and her 8-year-old brother Landon are believed to be the youngest hikers to finish all of the trails in the Smokies. That's about 900 miles worth of trails. They finished their last hike earlier this month. Their mom says she started taking them on hikes once they were old enough to walk, and they both enjoyed it so much they just kept going.
They enjoyed it too. They didn't whine or complain. This was something that they enjoyed going out because we knew that we were going to have fun. We were going to have an adventure. It became, part of our just kind of family activities that we always did.
She says it took about 5 years for the three of them to complete all of the trails. Now they say they'll revisit some of their favorite spots and maybe even find some new places to explore. In the WVLT newsroom, those are your top headlines around East Tennessee.
Governor Bill Lee visited Margolin Hebrew Academy in Memphis to condemn anti-Semitic threats against Jewish schools and Jewish houses of worship. The visit comes as anti-Semitic attacks are on the rise as the Israel-Hamas war continues. And this particular school has a history of violence. A former student armed with a gun tried to get inside the school back in July. Governor Lee says safety measures helped protect the people who were inside. A FEMA grant helped the school with security measures. Well, today is the last day to buy groceries tax-free in Tennessee. The grocery tax holiday ends tonight at 11:59. Most food and food ingredients are tax-free. Alcohol, tobacco, candy, and dietary supplements are not included. All right, meteorologist Stefano DiPietro is joining us with a look at the forecast and a big chill coming our way, Stefano. The entire state basically under a freeze warning.
Hey, that's the big story for us now. It was chilly this morning across much of the state, but tonight into tomorrow morning, we are talking temperatures that'll be well below freezing across most of the state, so a widespread hard freeze. You want to make sure you're sort of preparing now for what's going to come overnight tonight. But that freeze warning goes right through tomorrow morning. It actually includes most of the southeastern part of the country. This morning we woke up in the 30s, near the freezing mark. We get to our lunch hour today. Pretty good sunshine across the state. We're mostly in the 40s, still a few 50s out in East Tennessee. As we get to the end of our afternoon today, not all that bad, a little breezy, 50s. It's 53 in Nashville, 55 Knoxville, Chattanooga 58, Jackson 50, Memphis coming in at 51. But watch that temperature just plummet overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Most areas are waking up well below that freezing mark. We'll still be hovering right around freezing in parts of East Tennessee. But either way, we're looking at widespread frost, a hard freeze. Make sure you're doing things like disconnecting, draining out your garden hoses, making sure you're covering those outdoor faucets as well. The faucets inside your house, leave them at a drip so the pipes don't try to freeze up on you, especially if you have any exposed pipes or maybe closer to the outside of your house. On top of that, all of that cold weather gear, heavy jacket, gloves, long pants for the next couple of mornings. The good news is, Amanda, this cold blast doesn't last long. We will warm things up by the weekend.
All right, it could potentially help us with a problem you may have noticed. Is your car stickier than usual? Leaves maybe getting stuck to your feet or your pet's feet? You can blame a tiny bug that lives on trees and couple that with dry conditions. So aphids create a sticky excrement, and without much rain to wash it away, it's falling on your cars. Aphids feed off of leaves, so as they continue to fall, things should get a little better. Well, decades of Dolly Parton's iconic fashion now on display at Lipscomb University in Nashville, and dozens of students help make this happen. 25 of Dolly's favorite outfits are on display. The country music legend was there to celebrate the exhibit and her new fashion-focused book, Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones. Dolly says seeing each of her outfits brings back precious memories.
I was very proud. I'm amazed at how much I've done in my lifetime. I really am. And so somebody says, how does it feel to see all that? I said, I just think, whew, that's a lot of living in those clothes.
A lot of living indeed. More than 40 graphic design students started working on the project in the spring. Lipscomb says they're expecting about 6,000 people over the next 6 weeks to visit. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow with a look at your weather and big headlines. Have a great day and happy Halloween.
You're watching Tennessee in 10, your news and weather across the state in about 10 minutes.